My name's Kevin Field, and I play piano and Fender Rhodes on WHIRIMAKO's album. And I've also been basically doing all the arrangements for her and being the sort of musical director and sorting out the players and the charts and sort of making sure everything runs as smoothly as it can. It's been quite a challenge actually, because I think we're used to hearing, well I certainly am used to hearing a lot of these songs. I've played them with other vocalists, but I've played them with them obviously singing them in English, so you kind of get something off that. And now doing them with Whiri, where she's singing them in Maori, it's different because I don't speak Maori. I'm not listening, I guess, to the words in quite the same way. You're listening to it from, it's kind of a different perspective, I guess. You're listening to it more as, I guess maybe you focus more on the melody, and I think the song still comes through. It very much, like the message of the song still comes through, and that, I guess that's shows the sort of strength of the songs that she's doing. That, you know, even in a different language, a foreign language to me anyway, they still work and they still have a lot of meaning. But I guess also just even the practical thing of, like, say, syllables which are different, you know, so that's just something that I've had to kind of just get my ears around, how, you know, you're hearing kind of the same song, you're hearing something like Funny Valentine, you know, and you're so used to hearing the syllables that would normally be sung when it's in English, and then suddenly it's in a different language, and it's kind of the same, but not quite the same. The only other time I've perhaps done something like that is, say, when I worked with, say, a Brazilian singer who's singing in Portuguese, and I think the same thing kind of applies. You know, you sort of, again, it's probably a song that you're kind of familiar with, you kind of know it, and you're just hearing it in a different language, and you just hear it in a slightly different way. She's doing amazingly well, and I think she's got, I think, a very naturally great jazz voice for the songs that she's singing, and I think it's the sort of voice that it doesn't really need any kind of warming to. I think it's sort of the type of voice that from the first note, you know, it's sort of like, oh, you sit up and you pay attention to it, and I think she's definitely got that natural kind of jazz sound in her voice. And then, but there's something else going on there as well, and it's a very attention-grabbing sound, I think. So that's a real strength that I think she's got, and that's why I think it works. Like, she has such a strong voice, and her delivery is right for the material.
My funny Valentine.
WHIRIMAKO Black Sings, a new collection of classic songs.